towel, power, clock, correct, time for the big boss with the hot sauce. You see, that's me. I am the Geator with the heater, being on the record. I play the single, rock bop and chip. Once again, let me say greetings and salutations to the entire population of this here fantastic nation. My name is the Geator, the big boss with the big hot sauce, and you're on the air, and what a tremendous show. It's Aretha Franklin, it's Dionne Warwick, it's Gladys Knight, and to kick things off right now, let's go with the Geator Gold Dancers. The year is 1968. The young lady by the name of Aretha Franklin has the #1 R&B hit with this song called Seesaw.
Sometimes you love me like a good man, oh good. Sometimes you hurt me so bad, my tears run like water. You get me out right before your friends, then you disown me, baby, until we're alone again. Your love is like a seesaw. Your love is like a seesaw, baby. Your love is like a seesaw, going up and down, all around like a seesaw. Sometimes you tell me you don't need the sweet candy man, and you sometimes bring me never know where I stand. You lift me up when I'm on the ground. Oh, it's coming on me uptown. You send me tumbling down. Now your love is like a seesaw.
Your love is like a seesaw with yours true to the Geator. You realize that Aretha's not the first artist to do it. A guy by the name of Don Covey records it first. He also writes it. But Aretha Franklin is the lady that gives it that #1 sound. Go ahead, baby.
When I kiss you and I like it, and I ask you to kiss me again. When I reach for you, you jump to lean out of sight. You change just like the wind. It ain't right, it ain't right, it ain't right, it ain't right, baby.
You ain't heard or seen nothing yet. Where do you see when I come back? I'm going to present to you the fabulous young lady by the name of Aretha Franklin, plus Gladys Knight, and the love of my life, Miss Dionne Warwick. Don't you dare touch that set. Mine pet, the Geator will be back to rock yet.
Heartbreaker, you're a liar and you're a cheat. And I don't know why I let you do these things to me. My friends keep telling me, they tell me that ain't no good. But oh, they don't know that I'd leave you if I could. Well, I guess I'm uptight, and I'm stuck like glue, because I ain't
You talk about a song. 1967, the first time the world hears Aretha Franklin on the Atlantic label. Let me now take you back to 1962. A young lady who's singing backup with her sister, Dionne Warwick, comes out on the Scepter label and makes her first hit song. It is my pleasure to present Dionne Warwick.
Don't make me over. Now that I do anything for you. Don't make me over. Now that you know how I adore you. Don't pick on the things I say, the things I do. Just love me with all my faults. The way that I love you, I'm begging you.
class, Dionne Warwick. The collaboration, Burt Bacharach and Hal David. In 1962, the world has never heard this type of music for the era. It's called rock and roll, but this young lady comes in with Burt and Hal, and they changed the entire structure of what music is supposed to be under the cloak of rock and roll. That lady wail. And I got to tell you a funny story, which is a true story. Do you know that the owner of the record company did not want to release that record? We'll talk about that. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to my Geator phone division, and ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, I'm about to present to you my love, Miss Dionne Warwick.
Hello.
Dionne, it's the Geator.
It sure sounds like you. Hi.
Hi, baby. You realize you and I go back, it's 30 years?
You had to tell everybody, huh? Yes, it is 30 years.
Gosh, it seems like yesterday when you first began. Tell our friends out there, the viewers, how did you get into the business?
Doing background work and demonstration records.
Who were some of the artists, though, back in those days that you were doing that stuff for?
Oh, my God. The world. If they were recording, we were doing the ooh and the ah and the yay. I had wonderful opportunities. I worked with Ray Charles.
Yeah.
I worked with Dionne Washington.
My
I worked with Nat King Cole, which was an incredible joy.
I've grown accustomed to her face. She almost makes my day begin. I'm rather glad that she's a woman and so easy to forget. Rather like a habit one can always break, and yet I've grown accustomed to her looks, accustomed to her voice, accustomed to her face.
Nat King Cole, I've grown accustomed to her face. Incredible. Dionne, Burt Bacharach and Hal David. The association is just incredible. How did it begin? When did you first meet the guys?
Doing a session for the Drifters called Mexican Divorce, and Hal and Burt had just decided to start writing together and asked if I would do more demonstration records and background work of their works. I agreed to do so, and while I was in college, I would come down on weekends and during my breaks and make some money to keep me in college.
Incredible. Did you ever think in your wildest imagination back in '62 that this collaboration between Burt Bacharach, Hal David, and Dionne Warwick will be as successful as it has been?
Never. I don't think that, not only did I not think it, but I'm certain that Burt and Hal didn't think so either. It was so different from anything that was happening musically.
But why do you think they were so successful?
They were the first that kind of entered the picture with, we're going to change time signatures, we're going to give you intricate melodies, we're going to give you words that not speak at you, but speak to you, and will grow with you. So they kind of set the standard for new songs.
And Dionne Warwick becomes the glove that fits the hand for Burt Bacharach and Hal David.
That's very nicely put, Jerry. I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, you know, I usually say that we had a conscious decision between the three of us, and that was that we had a fabulous lyric writer in Hal David, a wonderful musician in Burt Bacharach, and the decision was made that Dionne Warwick was the only person that could literally do it justice and get it out there to the listening ear.
What the world needs now is love, city song over just for everyone. If you see me walking down the street and I start to cry each time when you walk on by, walk on by, make believe that you don't see the tears. Let me grieve in private, 'cause each time I see you I break down and cry. Walk on by. What do you get when you fall in love? A guy with a Pinterest joke. That's what you get for all your trouble. Never fall in love again. I'll never fall in love again. I say a little prayer for you. Forever and ever, you stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part or hurt with you. Together, together, that's how it must be to live without you. But only need a break for me. You see this girl's in love with you. Yes, I'm in love. Who looks at you the way I do? When you smile, I can tell we know each other very well. How can I show you? I'm so glad I got to know you, 'cause I need your love.
What tremendous music. Burt Bacharach, Hal David, Dionne Warwick. Dionne, Burt and Hal in the 70s split. They are no longer producing for you. What kind of effect does this have on your career?
I had already decided that I was not going to record it again, that I'd made my mark, I'd done what I was going to do.
But you came back in the 70s. True, you had producers like Holland Dozier and Holland and Tommy Bell, and well, none of them really, though, I think, could capture the sound that Burt and Hal gave you.
No one could ever recapture that. That was created by three people, Bacharach, David, Warwick. And there were two parts of that component that were not there any longer.
Well, without them producing, did you ever have any doubts about the future of your recording career?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I just felt that, well, maybe I've done all I can do as far as recording is concerned. And it's time to do what my mom really wanted me to do, teach.
Really? Wow. But then you come back bigger than ever with the Spinners.
My very first #1 record.
Tommy Bell. But now tell me about Deja Vu. How do you come upon that record?
Actually, it was written in Australia while I was on tour. The music was written in Australia. Isaac Hayes wrote it.
Wow. Well, how did you get Barry Manilow involved with that song?
I was in studio with Barry one night, and we were talking about the song, and I played it for him. And I said, I need a fabulous lyric writer, someone that is sensitive to what this man really wants to hear. And he said, I have the perfect gal for you. And we called Adrienne Anderson,
Right.
sent her the music.
Right.
And I must say, really, inside of literally hours, she had a lyric that we all now know and love.
How about that?
And I sent it to Isaac to hear, to make sure this is where he wanted to go with the song. And he called back hysterical because it was the idea that he wanted and just could not express.
Dionne, my baby, when it's all over, how do you want to be remembered?
A singer of great songs.
Wonderful. You have been my love from the very, very beginning when I first played Don't Make Me Over, and you're just my love, and I just want to thank you for being a part of it.
You mine, Jerry. You've been wonderful to me. I always knew that if I could depend upon somebody to play the record, the Geator was there.
What a lady. The best. Style and class, Dionne Warwick. Hey, let's you and I go back now to 1967. Gladys Knight is now recording for the Motown folks. She's recording on the Soul label. In 1967, she has a record that the Geator Gold dancers danced to with I Heard It Through the Grapevine.
Between the two of us, girls, you know I love you more. It took me back, I must say. And I found out yesterday, you know that I heard it through the grapevine. I must know what it be. I heard it through the
In 1967, this record reaches on the top 100, number 7 as the position. But a year later, Marvin Gaye will come back and re-record it with a different feel, and it will become the number 1 song in 1968. We're going to take it for a break, and when I come back, you're going to see and hear the fabulous Gladys Knight and the Pips singing the first record that they record way back in 1960, Every Beat of My Heart.
For you.
1961, Gladys Knight and the Pips, Every Beat of my heart. Guess what, though? As all good things must come to an end, so must this show. And dig it, Gladys Knight will be a part of it in the near future. And I've got to thank Dionne Warwick. I've got to thank Aretha Franklin, the Geator Gold Dancers, and I've got to thank you for being on the air with your old street of the Geator. And as they say, as all good things must come to an end, so must this show. But until we do it again, remember, at all times, you keep on rocking, because you're going to find out, you only rock once. Bye-bye, y'all.